Good day, viewers. Welcome to Benford International School weekly production. Today, we'll be going on an excursion to the National Assembly. We're going to learn how Nigerian leaders make laws and pass bills. We're going to see how all of them operate in the House of Representatives and the Senate. Join us and let's go.
We have the senator's office that way, that building. That's the senator's office. Please, let's just maintain a single line.
This place is like a building, a structure where laws are made in Nigeria. Please okay. But we have both the science and the arts. Okay. We know that we have three arms government in Nigeria. Three arms of government. Sorry. I was not from government. Yeah. They are executive, and judiciary. Yeah. So which of these does the National Assembly fall? The legislative. Wow, that is not know about the National Assembly. So the National Assembly is the legislative body of the Federation. Now, in the National Assembly here, we have two structures. We have the political structure and we have the administrative structure. The political structure are mainly legislators. Those ones were elected to be here. They did not just...
I wish to acknowledge the presence of staff and students of Benford International School, Abuja, who are here in the gallery of the Senate to observe our proceedings of today. You are most welcome and may God bless you. You may wish to sit down.
Honorable colleagues, today in our midst, we have students coming from Benford International School here in Abuja. Please, can you rise for recognition? Honorable colleagues, please, can we appreciate their presence? They're welcome. Please, you may sit down.
Good day, viewers. We just concluded our excursion to the National Assembly, and we, Benford International School secondary section, have had a wonderful experience. Some went to the House of Representatives and others went to the Senate. We have learned several things and we saw how each chamber operates. Here with me now, we have few students who want to also share their own view on how this experience was wonderful. Ife, you are welcome. I want to ask you this. What inspired your school to visit the National Assembly today?
Our school believes in learning beyond the classroom. Today, we have gained more knowledge from visiting the National Assembly. We have a better understanding of the legislative functions.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, how does this visit relate to what we have been taught in civic education and government?
In our lessons, we are taught about the arms of government and the legislative functions. We've seen how the legislators deliberate and pass bills.
I agree on that. We saw how each chamber was able to operate today. What new thing have you learned personally from today's excursion?
I've learned that the two chambers are not called upper chambers and lower chambers again. It's called the red house and the green house. We've also learned the numbers. I've also learned the number of people in each chamber and how bills are passed, how voting is done, and gallery rules.
Yes, which is true. They did inform us today that in the House of Representatives that they have 360 and the Senate it is 109. What new thing? Okay, sorry. How would you describe your experience inside the National Assembly complex?
It was inspiring. The environment was formal and educative. They were respectful.
Okay, thank you. My final question. What impression do you have about Nigerian lawmakers after this visit?
The impression I have about Nigerian lawmakers is that they are important people to the nation. They represent millions of citizens. They debate on important national issues. The role they have is full of responsibility.
Thank you, Ife, for that wonderful thing you have shared. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have other students who want to share their own experience of this National Assembly excursion. I also want to invite with me one of our fellow students in the person of Yemisi. Yemisi, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Permit me to ask you this question. In what ways do you think young people like us can contribute to national development?
Well, we can start by obeying laws and also participating in community projects. Thank you.
Okay, that's actually very true. By participating, we can make Nigeria better. Okay, what message would you give to youth like us about civic participation?
I think it's very important to participate more into the community and also learn more about your government and show interest into how your government governs you.
Which is very true. If we know about our Nigerian government, we'll be able to understand what we should do and what we shouldn't do. Thank you for that response. And also, how has this visit changed your view personally about leadership and governance?
It has made me realize how much our government does so much just for our safety, our security, and many more for us in this nation.
Which is very true. Well, okay. What aspect of this visit impressed you the most?
That's a good question. Well, the thing that impressed me the most was mostly the legislature, which the microphones, the debate, and many more things, how they carried themselves really fascinated me so much. I was so impressed to see it. And yes.
Okay, my final question, Yemisi. What role did your teachers play in preparing us for this visit?
Well, they taught us much about their background and the things that we should do at the orderliness of how our government operates so that when we get here that we know exactly what to do.
Okay, thank you, Yemisi, for your view on today's excursion. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have two more of our amazing students who want to share their own experience today in the National Assembly. I want to bring to stage another of our students in the person of Wisdom. Wisdom, you are welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think excursions like this benefits students?
I mean, they widen our perspective. It's not just theory, it's practical. And they make me want to become an active and responsible citizen.
Thank you very, very much, Wisdom, for that. I want to ask you this as a student of Benford International School. What makes Benford International School different from other schools?
In Benford, we're not just taught to learn, we are taught to analyze and critically think so that we can be the future of tomorrow.
Thank you very much for that. It's true. Here in Benford International School, we don't just learn theory, we have both theory and practical knowledge. What will you take away from today's experience?
After today, I feel a strong sense of integrity and patriotism, and I would like to help Nigeria to move forward.
Yes, it's very true. We students are the future of tomorrow. Thank you, Wisdom, for that. And ladies and gentlemen, The last but not the least, I want to welcome to you a fellow art student in the person of Jemima. Jemima, you are welcome. No problem. Let me ask you this question. If you could address the lawmakers, what would you tell them?
Okay, so I'd appreciate them and encourage them to focus on parts of the government like education, youth empowerment, and national unity, because these parts are the future of Nigeria.
Which is very true. These factors are factors that can contribute to us students being the future of tomorrow, making a better Nigeria. My final question for you: how do you see yourself contributing to Nigeria's future after this visit?
Okay, I see myself as a change maker, someone with high integrity. I see myself as someone who is going to give back to Nigeria and the government by bringing innovative ideas to help grow the economy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jemima, for that wonderful experience. Viewers, you have heard all of our students who have come to experience this, to have this wonderful experience in the National Assembly. I want to just say personally, as a student too, I was amazed to see how the legislature, in the person of, or the House of Representatives, we saw how the speaker was with other honorable members discussing things. Personally, I thank our school, Benford International School, for giving us students of the senior secondary section, for giving us practical knowledge about how Nigeria's lawmakers make laws and pass bills. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for more.